How's it going, guys? Andrew with American Diesel. So behind me we have a 21 Chevy Silverado 2500, and the issue is it has a whole bunch of issues actually. Has ABS, check engine light, service four-wheel drive, has a whole bunch of stuff on it. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get in here. Let's figure out what's going on. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, this thing has a plethora of lights. I want to say it's like service four-wheel drive and parking brakes on. Engine power is reduced. Service CSC, service four-wheel drive, trailer brake. So the code that we're going to attack today is going to be the check engine light. So let's start with that. We're going to go diagnostics. My mongoose. Continue. GDS2. Yep, 21 Chevy Silverado. Enter. Go to vehicle diagnostics, vehicle DTC. Okay, so let's see what codes it has. Left rear, wheel speed, transfer case, knocks. Okay, so the ones we're going to attack today is going to be these knocks codes. So it's a P20EE, and it's going to be P2A00. So both of these right here, with these Duramaxes, you have to have clean fuel. If you have dirty air filter, dirty fuel filter, if you don't keep on top of your maintenance, it's gonna throw these NOx codes. So let me pause it here, and then we'll take off that fuel filter, and then I'll show you kind of like a before and after. All right, guys, now we're underneath the vehicle. So I have a 36 millimeter socket right here, and then of course the fuel filter housing is right here. So if you look, we're up underneath, right? It's driver's side frame rail. So as soon as you get this little notch right here, and then it'll be right there. So on some of these vehicles, you have this I guess you would say the drain for if you have like water in your fuel. So you can undo that and then drop the water if you do have water in your fuel. So but I would say do not touch that, because every single time that I've seen people that mess with this, they end up breaking it. So just don't do that. Just grab it from here, from outside. If you're just doing just your filter, just go ahead and undo this whole thing, drop it down, change it out, change out the O-rings, and then put it back in there. So yeah, let me get this changed out, and that way I can show you with this filter being dirty, that's what's causing that NOx sensor code that's up there on top of the turbo. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not putting too much effort. I mean, it's just like a small little 3/8 ratchet. Just take it off by hand. No need to get an impact. Of course, when you're taking off, it's left to loosen. So once you get this crack open, what I do is I grab it by the end of the handle and I just let it drip. Just keep loosening it. And yeah, like I was saying before, so if you were to undo that screw, yes, it will drop whatever fuel's in there, but it's just gonna keep on pulling from the tank. That's all it's gonna do. Okay. Now we got it dropped. Yep. So yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about right here. So this thing is so dirty, and then it has an aftermarket fuel filter. Yeah, I mean, this thing's just filthy. Yeah, it should not look like this. This is just extremely, extremely dark. So let me grab the new one. So yeah, as you can see here, the difference in this right here. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And then also too, this one right here, this is an AC Delco filter, which is the ones that I would put in there, because these that have these 2-stage and different kind of weird stuff that they have going on in here, I mean, it's usually whenever I see these on there is when those codes pop up. And yeah, so just stick with the OEM filters whenever you're messing with anything, honestly. Like, just stick with the OEM and you'll be fine. So yeah, I just got to change this O-ring here. Slide that off. Of course, you get new O-rings in the pack. The 2 O-rings that you get, one is going to be for the filter housing, or for the cup, as you can say, and then the other one is going to be for the little pipe that's inside the housing. So yeah, just a little itty bitty small one. It just goes up in here. You'll see it. Just take that off with a pick or something. Let me grab a pick and get this thing off. Alright guys, so this is the O-ring I was talking about. So all you gotta do is just grab a pick, be able to work it around, grab it, hook it, and pull it off. Okay, got that one off. Now I just gotta put the new one on. So grab your new O-ring, and then you have to slip it over this. Just slip it on over. Alright, got it on, nice and easy. So I would always replace this O-ring and the O-ring that's on that housing. Every single time. It already comes in there. Might as well replace it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, and then I grab a little bit of diesel and then just wipe it around here. Okay. So let's get that that other filter replaced as well. So put that O-ring on. Slide this over. Okay. Once I get this slid over, you can tell where it needs to go because there's a groove that's cut right there. And then once you push all the way down, it can't go down any further. That's it. And then, as far as this filter, so it can only go in one way. So let me demonstrate that. So if you're to go up like this, it will fit through that little pipe. See it? See the little pipe right there? It will not fit in the opposite direction. So if you were to try to put it in like this, let's get it started. Yep. It won't fit. So it only goes in one direction. So all you gotta do is see that little O-ring, that green one, have that facing downward, push that down. That's it. So you have to snap in, okay? Then once you do that, you grab your filter, stick it back on there, and then you're gonna want to start it by hand. Don't ever start anything plastic on plastic with your ratchet. Always start it off by hand. Okay. Grab the ratchet. And then that O-ring, I already lubed it up, so I know you didn't see it, but I already lubed it up. And then when you're tightening it up, you'll see that gap that's in there. It'll get smaller and smaller. So just keep going, and then just get it just snug. And that's it. That's the fuel filter change. And then this same thing applies to basically, I want to say from 17 all the way to the newest one, the 2022 Duramax. Sometimes the placement is in a different place, so let me show what I'm talking about. So if it's not right here, so let's just say if you're like you have a 3500 whatever, so then it would be in the back of here. So if you just look in the back of there, same way we did this, you're gonna do it back there. It's just in a different spot, that's all it is. Same procedure, same O-ring, same filter, everything is the same. So the only thing that is different on the ones that have the rear tank, you have two fuel pumps. And what I mean by that is, so you see how this one, just like a midship one, this tank right here, this is the only fuel tank that this truck has. So the other types have a smaller one of this one, and then the bigger 40-odd gallon there in the back. And then the back one transfers to the front, and then for the front, that's what delivers it to the high pressure pump. And then how the way those work as well. So back in the early days with Duramax, they used to have just a small little transfer pump here on the side of the rail, and that would transfer the fuel from back tank to the front tank. Now they have it to where it's an actual fuel pump that drops into that tank and then transfers to this one. And it has its own level sensor, has pretty much everything like the front tank does. Everything is the same, but the only difference is all it does is transfer from rear to front, and then the front one is the one with the higher pressure that can actually make it all the way to the front. So yeah, that's it. And then that'll take care of that code for us. And then like I said, yeah, this thing's horrible. But yeah, this right here, the contaminants that are making it there to the NOx sensor, is basically all it is just running. It's running dirty right now. So with all this crap that's getting sent in there, it's not burning right, and that's what's causing that code. So on the earlier years, there was I mean, the tolerances weren't as tight as they are now. I mean, the emissions right now, I mean, you have to have everything just so clean burning. The NOx is so closely watched. So once you start getting stuff like this, or you start getting dirty fuel filters, you'll start getting codes like that. So yeah, and then so I guess we'll make a part 2 for that wheel speed sensor. So if you want to come on back, we'll do that diag, and then we'll do the diag for the 4-wheel drive. And then I want to say there was one more code, but yeah, we'll split it up that way. This is not a big huge long video. This is pretty much just like R&R fuel filter. And so yeah, so if you like what you see, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. See y'all guys in the next one.